It is December. I guess it's December now, 14th. And it's about 12 degrees out this morning. And we've been making sure that the chickadees have food. Chickadee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Chickadee-dee-dee. Chickadee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And making sure that the chickens have food. And that everybody's got bedding. Because it's supposed to be about 1 degree tonight. And that's really, really fucking cold. Not for up here, but in general. So, thinking about how cruel and disgusting it is that we deny people the basic human right of shelter in this weather. I read a story the other day where this woman and her husband froze to death at the end of last month because they got evicted and they were forced to stay in a tent outside in weather that isn't made for humans to survive in. And I think that's fucking disgusting myself. And just morally repugnant. So, we are making sure that the goats have soft, dry bedding. Hay would be better. But I am without a vehicle currently. And for just 10 bales of hay, it would normally cost $50 if I went and got it with a pickup truck at $5 a bale. To have 10 bales delivered from the grain store, it costs $150, 3 times that. And that is not sustainable for my limited fixed income, which keeps getting reduced and doesn't seem to go up. If anybody wants some Compost the Wealthy merch or some other merch, I have a link below. It would really, really fucking help. And every little bit helps. And I'm trying to reduce this herd as much as possible. I might even rehome all of the goats because I've just absolutely had it with not having equipment or help or any type of community out here on the same page. And so before this battery dies really quickly in this ridiculous cold, I wanted to get at something, which is Briana Boston, a woman in Florida who was arrested for saying the insurance company's mantra back to them: deny, delay, depose. That's basically their mantra. That's what they do. After she was on the phone with the insurance company and they denied her claim, and she's paid into this insurance company for I don't know how many years and has 3 kids, and you know, somebody in her household is sick, and the gigantic multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar, I don't know, insurance company that she signed up with decided to just say no to doing their job of paying out her claim when somebody gets sick. So she just said those words: deny, delay, depose, to them, and said, "You're next," you know, to a representative on the phone. And they actually sent the cops after her and fraudulently arrested her. And they're calling her a terrorist and a criminal when the actual crime is the insurance company not paying her claim. So I went and looked for her GoFundMe page so I could help, because unbelievably some corrupt judge set her bail at $100,000. She's a mother of 3 in Florida. And, you know, wanted to make an example out of her instead of making an example out of the evil, you know, health insurance industry, I guess. And, like, I have some questions, like, don't we have a First Amendment in this country? I mean, saying deny, delay, depose back to the insurance company when that is their mantra that they live by is not a crime, and she should have every right to express her feelings about that. And the other thing that's making me really angry, I'm sure every woman can relate to this. If you're living with a man who threatens your life and you call the police, they show up and at best they say, there's nothing we can do, until he actually, you know, tries to kill you. And then, you know, if he murders you, then we can arrest him. They showed up to Briana Boston's house and arrested her for saying some words over the phone to an insurance company. And I just find that, like, sickening. That's just unbelievable. That's not a legitimate arrest. There's no crime that's been committed, and this woman needs to be freed. And I went over to her GoFundMe page, and GoFundMe has taken her page down. So I decided to email GoFundMe, and I was like, hi, I'm looking for Briana Boston's page. And I did a search for it, and you know what I found? I found thousands and thousands of pages of people on GoFundMe with campaigns to raise money for their unbelievably serious, life-threatening medical conditions that they don't have the money to go and have treated because their insurance companies fucking denied their claims. So this is all unbelievable hypocrisy and just disgusting. And it made me really fucking angry that GoFundMe, the majority of the campaigns are for people who cannot pay their healthcare expenses because they have insurance and they get cancer, or they have a kid with autism, or you name it. It ran the gamut. I looked through pages and pages and pages of campaigns of people desperate to raise funds just so they don't die, so this country doesn't murder them, so some CEO doesn't kill them by denying their claim. And I fucking hate it here. This is disgusting. We live in a third world shithole where rich people can do whatever the fuck they want to you, and if you fight it, they come and send the cops on you and arrest you, and the media calls you a terrorist. It's really fascinating how there's a two-tier justice system here, and people aren't getting their needs met because a small group of psychopaths want to make money off of your time here on the planet and your life and your existence. So I thought that was interesting. Anyway, there's another site with a fundraiser for Briana Boston, and I'm going to link it below in this video, and please, if you can, help her. She is sitting in jail while her children are probably traumatized and mortified that their mother got, placed into handcuffs and kidnapped by the state down in Florida and put into prison with, people who could actually be dangerous. Oh wait, CEOs don't go to prison, do they? Oh no, the rich get away with everything. But, yeah, you can contribute to her cause. She's in more dire straits than I am, so I might be pitching my merch to you guys, but if you have to make a choice, please get Briana out of prison. This is ridiculous, and the judge who jailed her is just a giant piece of crap, and he should have his license taken away. He shouldn't be able to be a judge. And the prosecutor who's trying to prosecute her should also have their license taken away. Saying a mantra back to the health insurance industry is not a crime, and she poses zero threat. She doesn't even own guns, even though she lives in the state of Florida for some reason. I can't imagine why you would want to live in that state, but the poor woman is stuck there with her 3 children and her husband, and they're probably going insane missing her right now and worrying about her, and I'm guessing she doesn't have the money to deal with this. This is probably financially crushing her family, so please help her out. And the other thing on my mind this morning, in this 12-degree weather, is I went and actually watched the footage of Jordan Neely getting murdered by Daniel Penny on the subway in New York on the F train. I'd been delaying watching it because I knew it was going to upset the fuck out of me, and it did. Anyone who's ever had any martial arts training knows that you can subdue a person with an arm bar, a wrist lock. There's so many ways of subduing somebody without putting your hands around their fucking neck. And if you've taken, any type of karate or jujitsu, you know that when you do put your arms around somebody's neck, if you don't let go in less than 15 seconds, you can kill them. So, this Daniel Penny asshole had zero excuse. If he were actually properly trained in any type of martial art and not trying to murder Jordan Neely, he would never have gotten him on his back in a chokehold like that and held on for 6 fucking minutes. You can see in the video, maybe I'll link it below, but it's traumatizing, that Jordan Neely is passed out. His arms are limp, he's not moving, his eyes are just, there's nothing there. And this motherfucker holds on to him and keeps strangling him. Wow, he's absolutely passed out. Like, no consciousness. Absolutely, completely asleep. And he just holds on and keeps choking him. I don't know how anybody on a jury can see that and then acquit this guy. Because I saw the footage, and, Jordan Neely was hungry and saying, I'm hungry, I want food, and nobody's gonna stop me and this and that. Nobody on the entire train... Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Boop, boop. Nobody on the entire train offered him to buy, offered to buy him a meal. Nobody was like, hey, here's $10. The next stop, let's go get something to eat. Nobody. They just sat there. They didn't try to calm him down. They didn't try to de-escalate the situation by offering the guy some fucking food. When somebody's hungry, they're gonna be out of their mind fucking desperate to eat, especially if they're a homeless person. So not only has my mind not changed on that whole situation, but I'm even more fucking disgusted that this guy got off killing a homeless man who was hungry and just wanted some food and was so desperate that he was mad and didn't care if he went to jail about it. Having housing and being able to eat should be human rights, and not something you get fucking murdered over when you're denied those rights. So, who needs kettlebells when you've got frozen water buckets, right? So, yeah, no one should be murdered because they're hungry and homeless, and fuck Daniel Penny. Fuck him right in the ass. Now, if you're a music fan and watching this channel for the heavy metal part of heavy metal homesteading, you might recall that a couple of years ago a fan jumped on stage at a Tool concert, and Maynard James Keenan, the singer, does a judo throw and flops the guy down on the stage, and then he rolls him over and he sits on him for the rest of the song without skipping a beat. He didn't miss one single line of the vocals doing it. And he just, sits on the fan for the rest of the entire song. Doesn't let him get up. He's got him pinned down by just sitting on the guy. Doesn't need to actually, put him in a chokehold and, make him lose consciousness or end his life. I'm going to link that below because I think it's really fucking important. And I'm also going to link the video where Maynard actually finally responds about the incident and says what happened and, demonstrates that you can easily subdue somebody without hurting them. So, yeah, just an observation, but Daniel Penny wanted to kill this guy, and he did, and got away with it. That's fucking gross that he got off, so...